It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And we'll get a look here at Josh Allen.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Bills and the Ravens, and it comes your way next.
We are 20 minutes south of downtown Buffalo. It is Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. So good to have you with us.
Mafia. I'm talking to you right now. We are playing out the 2025 season of the Buffalo Bills and the entire NFL, but right now we're talking about the Buffalo Bills. They're off to a really rough start. Coming off a win against the Jets, they're 1-3, but if any team can bounce back from a 0-3 start, it's the Buffalo Bills. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge this week. We got the Baltimore Ravens coming in town, who I believe are also coming off their first loss. They're in a tough part of their schedule. I think they just lost to the Bengals, if I remember correctly. The Bills, they have a playbook change. They weren't running the ball enough, so we had to make a big change to get them to run the ball. You know they run the ball in real life. That's part of their offense. So they're in the Minnesota offensive playbook, which will run the ball no matter what. So we got to get this team going. It's too good to be 1-3 right now. As you can see, 7th in pass yards, and that's not where we want to be with this offense. We want to see Josh Allen rushing. We want to see Cooks running and the like. So one of the problems was with Josh Allen. He was throwing way too many interceptions for Josh Allen. So there's an ability that if you have on your quarterbacks and quick sim, I want you to take off. It's the quick draw. All the quarterbacks that had quick draw, superstar ability, were throwing more interceptions than touchdowns for whatever reason. Just what I found. So we're going to try and get Josh Allen to a 1-to-1 TD to interception ratio as best we can. Salvage the rest of the season. James Cook, 4 yards a carry is really good. I think in Madden slow sims standards. So we can continue to get his average up with more runs that are effective. That'll be good. It's all right if Josh Allen isn't running as much. I think he'll still take off, at least in the red zone. So he'll continue to put up some rushing touchdowns as long as throwing them. Josh Palmer, a nice free agency signing. Dawson Kincaid, Keon Coleman. We need to get Shakir going a little bit more. And, of course, there's always James Cook to take some checkdowns. Defensively, we want to see more out of Joey Bosa and Greg Rousseau. There's a bunch of DNs that are, doubled up on them on sacks. So I expect more. Interception-wise, only Taron Johnson is got an interception. So that's not good. We need to turn the ball over more, get more sacks, run the ball more, and take care of the ball. And we should be good with getting on a run to get back into this division race. So let's look at the standings real quick of the division, and then we'll get into this game. As you can see, Miami's 3-1, which is very surprising, and the rest of this division is 1-3. But you know how Miami is. They are good for like the first 6 or 7 games, and then they really hit a wall when the months get real cold. And they also had a playbook change. If you want to check out Miami, every game is slow sim and uploaded, so you can follow along the entire NFL, the 2025 season for any team that you want. Every week we upload every game slow simmed. But if you want to catch up to where the Bills have been for the first 4 games, I'll have a comment pinned at the top with a playlist of all the Bills games, and you can catch up, pause this video. But other than that, I appreciate you clicking on this video. Hopefully, if you like, subscribe if you want to follow along with the Bills or the entire NFL. And thank you for watching. Enjoy.
In motion, Shakir. They'll go play action here with Allen. That is hard! And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there for the sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He keeps it himself.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
His defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
On the ground, this is Justice Hill. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield. The last 2 runs go nowhere and sets up 3rd and very long. Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Bills offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. In motion, Shakir. Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. He connects with Palmer on that one. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Play action. It's Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Still 3rd down.
Penalty yardage moves them closer for this 3rd down attempt. It is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Allen. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On the ground, this is James Cook. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Allen to throw. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the first quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the second?
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Ravens offense about ready to get going on their second possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it himself. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
And not a whole lot there, up to about the 25. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Bateman is the motion man. 2nd down, Jackson. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Now a 3rd and 2. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson on 3rd and 2. That pass pinballing around, and it ends up in the hands of the receiver. Wow. A gain there of 15. Good for a Raven first down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
On the option, they give it to Henry. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
They'll go again here with Henry. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick 6 to make it a 6-0 lead.
And, Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick 6.
The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. First and 10. They'll They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. 2nd down and 8. Going to go right back to Henry. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On the handoff, it's Henry. They face 2nd down and 7. Bateman is the motion man. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Jackson looking to throw. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. 2nd time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. Quick throw here, taken by Hopkins. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake, Jackson. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. That is caught. He finds Walker. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Hopkins sent in motion. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
That is caught. What a job on the scramble. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Ravens. That his 1st touchdown this year.
And once they let the quarterback out of the pocket, it just became too many options at their disposal. They got to keep him in the pocket and limit the run option. Once he's out there on the perimeter, Mike, his ability to either throw it or take it in himself, it just puts so much pressure on these coverage defenders and results in an easy touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Allen to throw. Open that. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. One of the Ravens has it. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. That's Palmer, the man in motion. They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Allen going to give it to Cook. And nice work here. He's got the 1st down to about the 30-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the handoff, this is Cook. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. From the gun, Josh Allen. Now the Ravens use their 1st timeout. On 4th down, Tyler Bass now for the Bills field goal. This a 42-yard attempt. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down. In motion comes Andrews. To throw is Jackson. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. They'll run here with Hill. Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find any. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's going to be brought down after a short return And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Allen to throw. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up. Throwing again, it's Allen. He's got his man, that's Coleman. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Allen going to throw again. He'll find his running back, Cook. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. The Bills going to use their final timeout here, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this 1st half. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw again, it's Allen. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. So we have come to halftime here at Orchard Park with the Bills out front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level 1st half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this 2nd half, about to get started. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Hill. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Dwayne Carter in on the stop. 2nd and 7. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Play action now. Jackson in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Coming open, that's the tight end Likely. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, But then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And he'll work his way down to about the 41. On the give, here's Henry. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Now it's Jackson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. First down, Baltimore.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about, so they got to continue to ride the hot.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Taron Johnson. He's inside the 40. Inside the 10. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Buffalo. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their second pick-6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's one pick-6, but to get 2 pick-6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bills will get out in front 17-7. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Justice Hill to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's going to try it here again. That is brought in. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. Ronnie Stanley, the former 6th overall pick, guilty there. It's the tight end Likely in motion. This is Henry. Running with authority as he pushes his way forward for a pickup of 6. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Jackson looking to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Allen. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Odafe Owe bursting in and recording the sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Still 1st down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield stripe. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go play action here with Allen. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Kyle Hamilton, the versatile defender, with the good coverage there. A carry for Cook. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Allen fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. It'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. Play action. It's Allen.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. He'll try and run for this with Henry. He will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they convert on 3rd and 3. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake, Jackson. He keeps it himself.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's 3rd and 2. Throwing Jackson. That is caught. He finds Walker. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
They'll run it on first down with Henry. And just a short pickup there to the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen to Hill. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Here's Jackson. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Bills offense about ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Allen going to give this to Davis. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Cook. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. The Bills bringing on their punting unit. That is fielded at the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st and 10, Jackson. He'll complete that to his fullback. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Jackson now. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Raven 1st down. Jackson going to keep this one himself. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. In motion comes Andrews. They'll drop to throw. A pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. They'll try to set up the screen here. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. To the air one more time with Jackson. He's got it inside the 5. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. That's complete to Coleman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. From the gun, it's Allen. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. That ball intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense over 300 yards passing in the game and has been sharp right from the start. They'll come up for first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. There's that man again, another catch. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's first down. Now Henry. He'll be stopped, just a short gain, down to the 30. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets one possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with first and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
First and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Second and 11. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll throw on first down with Allen. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Throwing is Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Allen going to throw again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down. To throw again, it's Allen. Quick throw here is complete. And he's into the end zone. That'll do it. They win it in OT. So it's a win here for the Bills. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.